Washington, D.C. as part of President Obama's economic recovery money. And we're not getting it. Health IT, we are shut out. Information technology, bring down the high cost of health care. Zero. The Tiger Grants for transportation funding, we didn't get any. Zero. Vermont, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, all of our neighbors got it. We got zero. You know, race to the top money. We got our application in barely on time. We left 120 items blank. Zero. Probably Bozeman got all the money. I don't know who's getting the money, but why are we losing to Bozeman? We've got to get back on offense. We can't leave that money on the table. You need a governor who's ready to go out there and tell the rest of the world why this is the best state in the country to locate your business, and start working with small businesses and help them turn into larger businesses. I would love the chance to talk to that wind turbine company. Yes, I can tell you, sure, Bozeman is a very good town. Let me tell you about Glastonbury. Let me tell you about Connecticut. Let me tell you that we have the most productive workers in the world. It's true. We have one of the best trained workforces in the world. It's true. Let me tell you, we are the gateway to New England, one of the largest markets in the world. And we're putting in place a transportation strategy that will help you get your wind turbines to market. I'm looking out the window right now, and I see a building that's got your name on it. That's how you grow businesses in this state. That's how you create economic opportunity. That's how you start expanding that economic pie. Connecticut has always succeeded, not because we're the cheapest, but because we're the best. When you invited me up here, remember I told the story about W.H. Hale, yes, from Glastonbury. Remember him? What did he develop? The weather-resistant peach. Right. We weren't just farmers, we were smart farmers. And Eli Whitney, when he reinvented manufacturing, we had reinvented a whole way of doing business. And Connecticut has so many strengths, between precision manufacturing all the way to life sciences, what you see going on in Yale, New Haven, doubling the facilities there they have for basic research, all the way down to New London, the Knowledge Corridor. This is where our strengths are. You need a governor that believes in Connecticut. You can get folks that believe in it as well. Start investing, hiring, and growing. I guarantee you, rest assured, that we're going to work our way through this budget crisis. And it is a budget crisis. I think people know me. They know me. The progressives and the labor community knows me. They're going to get a straight shot. We're going to treat people well, place at the table. The business community knows me as a guy that started up a business. I'm somebody who can get folks to the table. I'm going to treat them honestly, let them know the scale of the issues that we got, and we are going to get an honest budget. Job one. But you need more than a manager. You need more than a politician. We need a leader who can bring out the best in the state, bring out the best in what we're trying to accomplish here, convince people this is where they want to go, this is where they want to grow, get Connecticut back on offense, get Connecticut, let's get our mojo back. That's why I'm running for governor. Glastonbury, thanks so much for inviting me back. Pat. Well, Michelle, first of all, my company six paid sick days plus additional personal days. And that's true of the overwhelming majority of the companies we got. Your point is well taken though. Some of the food service, some of the healthcare, they don't get paid sick days. And some of those folks may be likely to go. We're going to deal with them. We're going to deal with them in a serious way. We're going to make sure that nobody goes to work sick. They have no incentive to do so. But you're also right. At this point, I was asked, is this a priority for you, adding a new mandate on small business? And I said, I don't think it is. We have 100,000 people in the state right now who are unpaid permanently. It's called unemployment. So my job right now is to do everything I can to get people back to work. We're going to deal with the public health issue. We're going to make sure that that is not something that is allowed to go in our state. But fundamentally, I'm going to do everything I can to put those people back to work and send the message that we need to put them back to work. Yes?
Yes, Ned. There's one state in the union that doesn't seem to be having any budget problems. And it's not a state we normally associate with non-budget problems. It's the state of North Dakota. And North Dakota is primarily in such a good budget position because they have something that no other state in the union has. And that's their own state bank. And as a result of having a state bank, it allows the fostering of credit to it cuts down lots of expenses that we would normally incur when we take our state monies and put them in private banks, etc. Have you given any thought, or is this something that you're familiar with as an economic engine? And it's clearly an economic engine for no other reason than just the fact that we're saving money when we use our own money and pay ourselves rather than Wall Street.
Well, there's a couple of answers to that. I mean, the governor's proposed and others, not necessarily a public bank, so to speak, but ways that we can leverage some of our state pension money and other money so that small businesses can get access to that money. And that's a good idea, because I can tell you as a small business, maybe a lot of you, that they shut down the credit window right now. We've got some business out there, but I need a short-term cash flow so I can meet payroll and make that go. I don't know whether you need a public bank to do that. North Dakota, I got to take a look at that. But making sure that local banks lend again. You ever heard of Ariana Huffington? Mm-hmm. She had a pretty interesting plan the other day, which I thought was intriguing. She said, take your money out of those big banks and put your money into a community bank. Because community banks are part of the community. It's Jimmy's Ford. They know what foreclosure is, and they know what their neighbors are. They know what the small businesses are, and they look you in the eye. Put more of that money in your small local banks, and maybe that's when you can get credit flowing again. Credit that's really so important to get small businesses hiring again. I think I sort of prefer answers along those lines. Maybe North Dakota is beating us to the punch with some of that economic recovery money too.
In the 1920s.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while.
Yes. Sir. Yeah.
Ned, towns all over Connecticut are laying off teachers. And at the same time, just this month, we are paying millions of dollars to Hugh Jackman and to Mark Wahlberg to make a movie. It wouldn't be so bad if the producers came into Connecticut and hired employees who lived in this state. But they bring in their employees from California and New York. I have no problem with tax credits to create jobs, but I think if we are going to create jobs with our tax credits, we should create them for our people, and not for people from New York, not for people from California. So if you were governor, would you start closing these loopholes on all these various tax credits that we're throwing around in different businesses?
No, that's an excellent question. Yeah, we have $600 or $700 million a year in these things they call tax expenditures, which we use to attract businesses from out of state. I said, starting off, 90% of our job creation is going to be for the companies in state, small and mid-sized. Let's focus on that. It's called blocking and tackling. Look, I've been down in Stanford. I love the Jerry Springer show and the big studio. Representatives anymore. We have a travel ban. And probably